How long do you think washing clothes by hand takes? An hour? Maybe two. Try 20 hours every single week. For billions of women, this isn't a choice, it's their reality. 5 billion people, that's 60% of everyone on earth. No electricity, no machine. Just hands, water, and endless labor. In some rural areas, women spend 6 hours every day on domestic chores. 4 hours just to wash a single load of laundry.
I graduated in the UK. I joined Dyson's graduate program, and I was fed up of making vacuum cleaners for rich people, so I decided to quit my job and move to India. I was making clean and efficient cook stoves for people who use wood to cook their food, and my next door neighbour, a lady called Divya, used to hand wash clothes for 20 hours a week, and I said to her that one day I would come back and I would bring her a washing machine. I said I'll make a washing machine for her, and it was a 7-year promise. I started the washing machine project, which mission is really simple. We design, we manufacture, and we distribute manual washing machines that save time, water, and effort compared to hand washing clothes. And this is a huge problem. Over 5 billion people in the world today still hand wash clothes, and the burden of hand washing clothes is disproportionately placed on women and girls. And we think that's really, really unfair, because it denies women and girls the opportunity to work, study, and rest. And we now distribute across 15 countries, and one of the countries that we're most proud of, and the one that we're getting a lot of support from because the need is so big, is in Gaza.
It's called the invisible crisis. Hidden, unseen, not profitable enough for big companies to care about. So innovation flows to the wealthy while billions are left behind. The consequences are deadly. Without proper hand washing facilities, diseases spread. 297,000 children die each year from diarrhea alone. Cholera, dysentery, preventable deaths. But there's something else stolen here. Time, education, income, rest. When you spend 20 hours a week washing clothes, when do you study? When do you work? When do you simply exist as something other than unpaid labor?
You know, the fundamental problem where people spend 20 hours a week hand washing clothes in rivers and streams, in lakes, is something that bothers me a lot. It keeps me up at night, and you know, I'll spend the rest of my days innovating for good and developing for humanity. And I was just so lucky that I met my next door neighbor Divya, who used to hand wash clothes in the street outside her house, and she used to spend hours a day, and it was painful. It was back-breaking work, and she wanted to work but just didn't have the time. So that's when I promised her a machine, and that's when my life's work changed. I wanted to pursue purpose through innovation. I mean, the majority of the world hand wash clothes, over 5 billion people. This is an ignored issue because it's unseen, you know. It's often a hidden problem, something that people are not proud about. And for the large appliance manufacturers, it's not profitable. So they keep innovating for the top of the pyramid, whereas the bottom of the pyramid are left behind. And that's where there's a massive gap. And I'm so happy to share that the likes of Whirlpool, who support us in this initiative, help us scale our machines around the world. And I think, you know, in the future, we'll be laughing at the day we only made washing machines. So we want to become the Dyson of the bottom billion.
Enter the Divya washing machine, named after that neighbor who changed everything. It's manual, off-grid, no electricity needed. It uses half the water of hand washing and cuts labor time by up to 15 hours per week per family.
You know, women get the short straw in conflict zones considerably. And it's really, really unfair. They have to walk for miles for water. They have to do a lot of unpaid labor. And in an already tough situation, they have to take on so much. Now, we've distributed in places like the Republic of Congo, in Uganda, in the largest refugee camp over there, which has a refugee camp that's larger than the size of Paris, over 100,000 refugees, and in Gaza as well. But one thing to note is that, even though that they've lost so much, they haven't lost their dignity. And I think that's really important. And I have this incredible story of a refugee who has one of our machines, took it to the local market and put his phone number on the machine, and it was so that people could book the washing machine as a service. And he had made double his money that he invested, and he already wants to buy another one. So a great story of innovation and entrepreneurship in such dire circumstances. And we've seen in Gaza that the need is it's so much. We did a focus group, and there was a lady that shared a really beautiful story of how she misses two noises. She misses the sound of the kettle and the sound of the washing machine. And it's something that's so simple that I certainly take for granted.
12 kilograms, portable, 20 liters of water for a 30-minute cycle. This isn't high-tech, it's appropriate tech, designed for the people who need it most.
Hi, my name is Nav, and I'm the founder of the Washing Machine Project. The Washing Machine Project has a really simple mission: to design, manufacture, and distribute low-cost manual washing machines that save time, water, and effort compared to hand washing clothes. We invented this washing machine, which is called the Divya washing machine, named after a next-door neighbor that I met in Pondicherry, who used to spend 20 hours a week hand washing clothes. I offered her an electric washing machine, and she said she didn't have a generator, so I said, I'll come back one day and give you a washing machine. So that's why we named the machine after her, and this machine has won the Time Invention of the Year 2025. So, let me tell you how it works. You put your clothes in the drum. You can put 25 pieces of clothes, or 5 to 7 kg. You can put any sorts of clothes in there. This is a washboard to take out stubborn stains in your collars and your cuffs. You close the drum. You can put water in here by tipping a bucket in, and you can put your soap, so powder or liquid. And if you have a bar soap, you can also grate the bar soap. Once the drum is closed, you close the tub, you put the lock on, and then you turn the handle. And you turn it for a couple of minutes for soaking, a couple of minutes for washing, and a couple of minutes for rinsing. And so 6 minutes across half an hour, and your washing is done. This machine here saves 75% of time compared to hand washing clothes, and 50% of water as well. We've distributed this machine across 15 countries, including hospitals in Gaza. And we're so proud to finally share that we're distributing more washing machines in Gaza over the coming months with UNICEF. And these machines are going to places where the need is so dire and the impact is so large. And we'll scale more and more as the year goes on in Gaza.
The washing machine project doesn't just operate in rural villages. They go where the need is greatest: conflict zones, refugee camps, places where women already carry impossible burdens.
The machine has been all over the world, 15 countries and counting. We're really excited about India. We're scaling up here, we're manufacturing here, and we want to export from here. So a great Indian news story for sure, but we don't want to just stop here. We want to automate this, but maybe potentially a solar washing machine, but also there's so much innovation that we want to look at, whether it's refrigeration, lighting, cooling, and cleaning. We want to become the Dyson for the bottom billion.
A 7-year promise kept, a neighbor remembered, a crisis made visible. Because here's the truth. No one should spend 20 hours a week washing clothes. No girl should sacrifice her education for laundry. No woman should lose her chance to work, to dream, to rest. With Rishika Radhya, Bureau Report, India Today Global.